YouTube, what up? What's happening? It is you Dickens again. This one's kind of fun. Got ourselves a knockoff Flux. We're gonna compare it to the regular Flux, the Flux Max, and see what kind of parts are gonna be interchangeable with the knockoffs and the actual FK Irons machine. See you in a minute. So just cracking this sumbitch open, you get your cord, you get your extra battery, get your RCA, and you got your machine. Oh, we lost the RCA port. It's alright, this thing was only like 100 bucks. Alright, so with this tattoo machine, at first glance, it looks a lot like the original OG Flux. Displays is slightly different. But other than that, it seems to be made of the same material. Motor housing is slightly different and things like that in the comparison. The grip is like super weird. There's like all this like lube. I don't know. It looks like they sold this machine at the Lion's Den or something. But it's a pretty cool tattoo machine. It sounds good. You just hold the power button in. As you can see, they're full intervals on the voltage change, so you can see power or volts up, volts down. Click to start. Super quiet. It seems very smooth. These machines, like I said, they run anywhere between 50 bucks, and you can get the knockoffs on eBay that are in the United States already for like $250, which is still a pretty good deal if you ask me. I was very skeptical of trying it, but for 250 bucks or less, I said fuck it, let's run this. So it comes with essentially the same things the EXO does, right? So when you buy an EXO, you get the RCA adapter, 2 batteries in the machine. Typically with the Flux, you usually get either 1 battery or the 2 battery package in just the machine. So it's pretty cool because these came with the RCA jack, and it came with 2 batteries, which are slightly different. If we're gonna put them into comparison, you'll notice it's gonna be slightly different. Not much different, but slightly different. Here, we'll power this one on just because. Oh shit, I forgot I have this battery on travel mode. Let's get a travel mode real quick. To get a travel mode on these FK Irons batteries, you just plug it in and it goes through its thing, lights up white, and then starts flashing the colors it's charging, and this one's on green. It's pretty much ready to go. This is lightning bolt, so we're gonna test how it responds with the actual RCA adapter. So here you have the actual Flux battery, and here you have the knockoff Flux battery. At first glance, it doesn't really look that much different, so you probably online can get tricked by the knockoffs. Something to look for though, honestly, power button's bolder, it looks more defined. Voltage colors are the exact same. The LED display light doesn't have a white dot on the real one. It has just a clear LED bulb. Sorry, not bulb, but the LED clear display. Also on the top, you have one going vertical, one going horizontal. Okay. And at the bottom, I mean, they're so similar. They're so similar, literally to the volts, to the amps. They're literally the same exact battery, just different housings. Not much different in height. The shape of the tops are slightly different. I mean, when these come down to how close they are, they're really, really close, okay? And this was actually brought to my attention by a friend of mine named Antoine Davis. Check him out, A Davis Tattoos on Instagram. You can actually interchange these batteries. I actually find it to be very disappointing because we spend so much money on FK Irons products that it's super disappointing that you can interchange the batteries in the machine. Now the grips are a little bit different because of the housings. So these grips actually won't fit on the FK Irons machines. But with that being said, yeah, and to be honest with you, they weren't even trying. I mean, that's not even close. This is obviously the authentic FK Irons. This is obviously the knockoff. The motor housing and the grips really aren't a big deal because you can just buy the other knockoffs to get the EXO feel, or you can buy the other knockoffs to get the regular Flux feel of the grip, or you can buy the other knockoff to get the PMU machine grip. Okay. The most disappointing part for me that I found out, thanks to Antoine, was the batteries are interchangeable with a knockoff machine and the F-Cairns machine, which absolutely fucking blows my mind, because these are $250+ and these are only $50 fucking. So I'm super confused, to the point where I tested on the Flux Max, right? Where even the version 2 batteries fit on both machines, even though the housing is still slightly different. So as you can see, even on the Flux, the motor housing is a little bit taller. But just to do some experiment for you guys, we're going to take the knockoff Flux, which, to be honest with you, the only way that, without the grip being on, the only way to tell the difference is the actual F in the word Flux is slightly different. So here's the real one, knockoff battery, the RCA that it came with. So just to show you, this is the actual knockoff battery with the knockoff machine. You just hold the power button in, shows you your volts. We're on 7 volts. Boom, we're powered on. Okay, we're gonna shut the machine off because it's not really great to run them without cartridges in them. We're gonna put the version 2 F-Cairns battery on. Literally, look at how nice that literally locked right in. Off, on, off, on. That's just super fucking disappointing to me. But we're gonna do the version 1 battery pack. Again, locks right in. 6 volts. Let's turn the volts up. We're at 8.5 volts. It's quiet, it's smooth, not much vibration. Again, it's just super disappointing to me. Here's the knockoff. Knockoff set is right here. The OG. Let's test it. Now, Flux Max. $50 battery here. 50 bucks. We're gonna put this sucker in there. Hold the power button in. Oh wait, I think this one's dead. Powers the machine on. Don't understand it. Power down. Power on. I don't get it. Voltage down. Voltage up. I don't understand. I don't understand how it's illegal. F-Cairns, get your legal people in place, because I don't think that this is okay. It's my personal opinion. But we're gonna try this battery on the regular Flux. It should work because it worked on the other one. Turned it right on. 12 volts, 11 volts, 10 volts. Oh, this one's about dead too. Oh, there it goes. I think this battery's dead. So both the batteries are pretty much dead at this point. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try the RCA port. We're gonna see what this does, which seems to lock on relatively nice as well. This one doesn't seem to fit as snug. Oh wait, there it goes. It's literally, you can see the twist on it. Ready? Boom, unlocked. Boom, and it's twisted right on. Like there ain't no coming off. Like this is in there, okay? So, super disappointing. But, I mean, you can pay $1,500 for a tattoo machine, or you can pay $250 or less for the tattoo machine. So, it's the RCA. For 8 volts. The RCA adapter works on the real Flux. How? I don't know, but as you can see, there's a nice twist. See the locking twist there? Like it literally locks on. It literally locks on just like the regular battery. In fact, I actually think that this fits better than the actual Flux battery, because sometimes you can have a little bit of trouble there. Let me see if how well these ones lock on. For some reason they don't seem to be too well on the quality of the battery. The batteries itself don't seem to lock on quite as well as the RCA adapter, but nonetheless they still power on nonetheless. 12 volts, 11 volts, 10 volts, 9 volts, 8 volts, 7 volts. Again, it's from China, so the consistency of the build is going to be a little bit different. I guess it's just disappointing. But as far as the quality of the knockoff machine goes, it slaps. It slaps the same as the Flux does. I don't know the quality of the longevity of it, but as far as the quality of the build goes, I would honestly say that they're up to par with the regular Flux. I mean, because you have to take into consideration the version 2 batteries really aren't the fucking greatest. And then you have the version 1, which I think is top 5 machine possibly ever made in rotary, especially pen style machine. This one isn't too far off. And when I say that, I meant the Flux, the XO as a whole. I really enjoy using both of those machines. But as far as these machines go, they're not overly sized. Like a lot of knockoffs, they're like twice the size of the actual real machine. They're not overly sized. They're not overly weight, right? They're not too fucking fat. They're not too heavy. It's just hard for me to sit here and tell somebody like an apprentice or even a professional artist, you know, this is gonna perform any better than this one, even though they're thousands of dollars difference in part. I don't know. So this is gonna be my review overall on the knockoff machine. China did an exceptional job mimicking the Flux. It just makes it disappointing to tattoo machine enthusiasts like myself that they are allowed to somehow replicate something that we invest so much on and allow other people who don't, maybe not, I don't want to say they don't invest as much, but I guess don't test all the waters. So it's like, I don't know how I feel about it. Mixed emotions. It's a cool machine. I would probably buy another one, in which I am going to buy the other one. I am going to probably get the Flux Max and compare the knockoff Max to the real Flux Max. And I guess I'm going to see you guys then. So if you guys can smash the subscribe button, like it, comment on the video on what we're going to be reviewing next. I do have the Q71 coming in on the 1st, so stay tuned, subscribe, and be ready for that review because that one's going to be badass. We're going to be testing that one at a convention on the 5th. See you guys then.